Hey guys, what's up? This is Edwin Stan. Okay, today I want to share something that is very important. It's part of my experience in life. And if you were younger than me, maybe you can use this advice. So basically is, whatever you do in your first time, that's the most beautiful thing in life. The first time you go to school, the first time you're riding a bike, the first time you're riding a car, those moments you will never get it back. I still remember my first car. It's an old Corolla. It's a 1991 Corolla, and it's very cheap. But I love the car so bad. I remember I go to Best Buy. I bought the radio tape, and I washed the car. I waxed the car. So much love in the car. But it's a cheap car. But when people see it, like my family, they see he loves his cars too bad. It's not even a BMW or Mercedes-Benz and stuff like that, right? But when I grow up, that's like 15 years ago, and now I have a BMW, but you don't have that feeling anymore. It's totally different, See, that's the car, that's the BMW. So I try to find that meaning again, but I cannot find it anymore, because I realize that whatever we do the first time, that's the most important stuff. You better enjoy it while it lasts, because this is what happened with people. When people don't have money, they see the rich. Wow, you have such a great life, you have this, you have helicopter, you have airplane and stuff like that. But believe me, the feeling is the same. When he got his airplane, it's just when you got your first car. It's the same. So God is fair. God is fair. Everybody has one chance to enjoy this life. How you want to enjoy it it's up to you. If you can appreciate the stuff that you have, not because it's expensive, not because it's branded, but because you love it. When you realize that what we're doing in this life is to discover love, So basically 15 years later, after I graduate school and stuff like that, I have a pretty beautiful life, I have a house that I don't have to pay mortgage because I paid cash. I have a car. I have another 2 more house. But the funny thing is, it's not what I think. It feels like I depress a lot. I frustrate a lot. I don't know why. It's like, this is not supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be happy because I have all this stuff in my life that when I was a little kid, that I dreamed of a beautiful house, that I dreamed. But when it happened, how come I'm not that happy, I just don't understand why, And the funny thing is, stuff like this, talking to a YouTube, talking to you, it gives me satisfaction. See, that's the house that I own. I'm not trying to brag in here. I'm just trying to tell you that if you were young, your time is the most valuable thing. You may be making a pizza, you may be a waitress, you may be making enough money, but just enjoy the process. Enjoy it. Buy your first car, go to your first date, do whatever you want in your life, Because I know money is very important, but money is not everything. You can achieve all the money and still be sad, depressed, frustrated. And now I understand why rich people, they go nuts on little stuff. If you see rich people, when they go to a restaurant or something and they yell at the employee, stuff like that, it's because they have a lot of pressure. Because the more money you have, the more pressure you have. Because once you get rich, you have to maintain that rich. Because money is like a drug, you know, it's like a drug. So let's say you earn 20 grand a month, right? You feel great. It's so a euphoria, right? But if that money goes down and you earn like say $5,000, you're gonna feel so bad. It's like a drug. I'm not joking. It's like a drug, and you get controlled by the money. So you have to maintain making 20 grand a month or above, and more and more. And it never stops. It never stops. It never stops. You can never know how rich you are. You know, you will always feel you're never enough. Because if you chase the wrong thing, then your life will be miserable. I'm not joking. Right now I'm 35 years old, and I'm trying to think, what should I do in the next 10 years of my life? How can I use it correctly, you know? Because it's so ironic. When I go to high school, when I have the cheap car that I love, you know, I feel more fun. I feel like my life is beautiful, you know? I make $40, you know, become a waiter. But I feel the enjoyment. You know, I remember I go home, I go to Walmart, I go buy stuff that I want, you know. Let's say I buy I think I buy a Discman, you know, a CD player. Yeah, I buy a CD player. I'm so happy. So happy, but now I go to the mall, right? I can buy a flat TV, right? Like a 60-inch flat TV, 2 grand. I can buy it, but it doesn't feel that fun again, you know. So the older you get, the less surprise you have, because you already experienced everything. So there is nothing can surprise you anymore. That's what happened with the billionaire, you know. If you see, whoa, one day I want to be like Bill Gates. He has all this Rolls Royce, this big car, mansion, swimming pool, blah 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 blah. You know, he must be having a great life. You know what? The life that they experience, I assume it's probably just the same, you know? The same experience, but with more pressure, with more pressure, with more pressure.